Good evening, good morning, good day, wherever in the world you may be. As I am recording this video, this is your boy Turgon the Wise coming at you with a new video today. And today we're going to do a quick recap of my ninth season playing The Lord of the Rings Rise to War. Ninth season in the books. It was a win. We're going to do a quick recap. Not going to dive into any detail really whatsoever regarding any of the ins and outs of the season. Just a quick high level recap to show you the map, all the fun stuff there while we have a map. Because really, while I make these videos for you, I make these videos for me too. Because I don't know about y'all, but I don't really remember what I even ate for breakfast this morning. So I like to chronicleize my journey throughout this game for myself so that I can more easily remember stuff that happened. Um, but in this case, I just want to see the map. And you can see, there's a lot of color on this map. I think we had a very competitive server, but we also had a pretty non-toxic server um, from a public perspective. I know from a private perspective, that was not always so much the case. There was some people spitting some vitriol in DMs, but that probably happens just about any server, particularly to our unfortunate female player base, to which my heart goes out to all of you because I hear the same feedback from you all the time. And I am sorry on behalf of the male species. But this is what the map looks like anyway. Lothlorien, Rohan, United Faction. We basically just knuckled down in the middle of the map. We split them apart. Arnor and Lothlorien pretty much fought all season. Linden was not an impactful faction. Gondor was our third ally via Nap. We promised them that we would protect their capital if it was ever attacked. For a period of time, we held South Ithilien and made sure that Variags weren't able to do one of these kind of guys up here from here like this here. We did not make any moves to threaten or take the Variag capital. We did take Hills of Rune for a while, which might have maybe given him a little scary scare, but we never walked up to anyone's capital other than Gundabad's maybe for about 10 seconds. There was some concern that we might take theirs as well, but no capitals were harmed in the making of this season. All capitals nice and safe and secure. Everyone got the maximum season rewards that they could based upon their position on the map. So I think that's really what each server should strive to be. I know there are some servers where some people think it's super, super fun to just paint the entire map one or two colors. And I guess from more of a selfish kind of ego based perspective, I can understand that. And there was a time that I thought the same thing many, many, many seasons ago. But now that I've played so many seasons of this game and encountered so many people in this game and kind of I'm starting to get a feel for the finiteness of this game's community. I really appreciate maps that look like this, where we can fight, we can have a clear winner, we can discuss things as a group, we can come to a consensus. It took about a week of negotiating to get a ceasefire in effect. During that time, like I said, we walked up to Gundabad, but we never had any intention really of attacking or taking it at all, and we set up a King of the Hill contest over here in Kelduin Vale, which is why you see all of these pretty pins here. The numbers now are pretty low on them because things have been ramping down quite a bit over the last 2 or 3 days. But about a week and a half ago, this was a real hot spot. Some of these markers were hitting. I think 5 mil was like the max. It was a great season. Gundabad, Variags were united factions, and Erebor and Arnor were united factions. Linden and Gondor did not united faction. There was only about 125 players in Gondor. There was maybe 40, 45 in Linden. And then obviously, like I said, the United faction of Lothlorien and Rohan, as you can see here, won the server. We got our super cool little banners here. Yay! And it's my fourth banner. I'm pretty excited about that, 2 in a row. I'm going with the Happy Sam face for the time being. This was my second time playing Rohan. Pretty powerful faction, very fast, able to get to targets quickly, move quickly on the map. I'm sure I will miss some of those things in my next season. Not entirely sure what we're doing next season yet, and we'll figure that out hopefully pretty soon. For right now, the season is winding down. It's going to be sending us to Bag End in about 90 minutes here. We'll be going to Bag End. Ooh, let me see if we can record a little duel here with my friend Glorfindel. One of the new things that maybe people watching this video isn't aware of, and I don't know if it's happening in all the campaigns, but it's certainly happening here in Rebuilding Glory. In the Paths of the Dead here, you have these little, in the neutral zone here, you have these tiles that are looking a little greenish here, and it says resentful. And here you can literally attack anyone, even people on your own team. He's Yadu, I'm Yadu, and we can fight each other here, and we will. As soon as I get the go ahead that he's reinforced, and that'll be fun. One of the other things I wanted to do is this video because I think I've basically completed my recap of the season. You understand everything that kind of happened. You don't need to understand how the map exactly evolved, day by day or whatever. I think there's a way that you can do that actually. You can do this season journey thing here, which is pretty cool. And we'll just, oh, 2 times, cool. You can watch this little recap. I mean, you can replay this whenever you want. So here we go. We're dispatching commanders, and I'm all over the damn map. This is actually kind of fun to watch. Oh, I got Thorin this season. I didn't even know that. I don't use him, so maybe someday I will, though. That'd be cool. Yeah. Nice. Nice. And that was it. That's the whole exciting bit there. I'm pretty happy. I got myself up to can't see it because of Elrond's whiteness here. 3,126,125,177 prestige. Super proud of this. I would say overall, this has been my finest season from a variety of perspectives. If you come over here and you look at it from a teamwork perspective, this is the first season in quite a while. I haven't been in the top 10 in contribution for the season contribution. Where did these people go? Yo, that's whack. I think it's a glitch. Hold on, let me try something. Yeah, there they are. That was whack, yo. Yeah, number 19 is the lowest I've been in season contribution since probably about season 5. It's been a while. I was busy doing other stuff, and I went on a vacation, and hell, I just took it easy, to be honest, the last couple of weeks here, ever since the ceasefire went into effect. And I think a lot of people tend to do that naturally, let their foot off the gas pedal and relax a little bit after a long season. So was happy to hit maximum ring level 150. Pretty solid production. I'm never a guy that's trying to be one of these people at the top here. I don't care that much. I'm not a farmer. I'm a fighter. And there's the fellowship production rankings. Swim was our partner, so I'd also just like to take an opportunity to give a shout out to our friends over at Swim. I think I've done this in another video, but they were really outstanding partners to work with, and just a pleasure. So like Deanna Relics, Lion Warrior, Leon, Chubb, Who am I missing? God, I know I'm missing someone, but you guys are awesome, and I wish you all well in your next upcoming season. I'm sure we will not be in the same server. Not going to disclose any more information than that. So that's all of that. The other part of the video that I wanted to cover is where I ended up with my commanders and kind of how and why and all this fun, stupid stuff. So Elrond was my main, and for the longest time I was running him with this dragon tooth necklace here, carved dragon tooth. That yeah, the necklace guy with pursuit, and it was awesome on him. And I wanted to experiment, and this harp really is only good for commanders that use all elves, and Elrond uses all elves, so it's quite potent unless the other guy has pursuit. I'm not pursuit, evasion, and then all of a sudden it's kind of poopy. This necklace here is monstrous. Isildur will probably be my main next season. I've just been testing him with this configuration. I can't think of another accessory I would put on him other than maybe a blitz fiddle, but the blitz fiddle doesn't have any might or attack stat on it, so I kind of I don't I don't know if I need the initiative that badly. It's a conundrum. If you have any feedback or advice, please leave it in the comments below. I would love to hear your opinions on this. Some people have been like, "Yeah, blitz fiddle, awesome, do it." Other people have been like, no, you need the stats for him. So I don't know. I could try both. I probably will try both. So Elrond was my main this season. Obviously, he's my only 50. Isildur was definitely my second strongest commander this season. It was been odd because I always used Gil-galad up to this time, but these teams had solutions for Gil-galad out the wazoo, and I was just feeding with him. So I switched it up a little bit. And now that's a really key component of this game that I think a lot of people maybe don't consider, but should. And the good players already do this, but you got to adapt, man. Don't just keep doing the same thing and failing. Switch it up a little bit. Theoden, I guess, was my third commander. Like this. I guess I should go through these guys. Might Elves, Resilience, Aegis, Might Elves. And then, of course, you know, Isildur's unique. The Tactical Maneuvers, Mithril Coat. Ancient Numenorean Helm. Don't really care about the trait so much, but I love just the stats that this thing gives you between the defense and the HP. The 3 HP here stacks with the 3 HP there, so 9 HP on Ranger's Dunedain is awesome. And then the plus 6 attack stacks with this plus 6 attack for plus 12 attack. So a lot of attack, a lot of defense, and a lot of HP. Makes for a good time. Just weak to evasion and madness. Madness is real bad for me. Not so much my Elrond, so I don't know. Maybe I'll swap. I mean, this helmet makes no sense for Elrond, so I can't swap them. I don't know what to do about that, but I'll test some stuff and talk with some people, and we'll see what happens. So, yep, there was my Theo. While Gil-galad looks like my fourth commander, I really just tiled with him. I barely PvP'd with him at all this season. I broke his chest, took the pieces and stuck it into my Mithril coat. And the next is really Gimli, who put in some serious work this season. It didn't get a lot of prestige for me, but I used him basically as a giant battering ram to lighten up my opponents for my other commanders. And he was exceedingly good at that. Just exclusively against Gundabad as well. Against their Gorbags and Grimas and their T4s, whatever the hell they're called, warlords. Things are a pain in the ass, man. Kudos to Gundabad for a season well fought. They were strong. They gave us good competition for about, I want to say, 4 or 5 weeks. It was really, really tight. Here's my Galadriel. She's next. She's pretty basic. You know, you got your Carver, melee vigor, warding in case she runs up against a Gandalf or a Witch King, which I would try to avoid Witch King with her because all that burn damage is going to just absolutely demolish her. Then the pipe for extra heals and more focus. You come down here to Aragorn. He's next looking ish. He's got the flay for the battle axe. Fire protection, heals. This is strictly to counter burn damage, primary damage dealing Witch Kings, which occasionally that happened a few times just for funsies. All in all, I didn't really get much use out of him this season. Faramir got a little bit of use. He's pretty strong unless he runs against the madness. Really love his unique. Looking forward to getting that maxed out. And I didn't use this quite a lot this season. I just threw it on there for the madness immunity. Um, and because I was using Cataphracts up front as his tank, so I figured, you know what, maybe we'll just go with that. What did I have in there before anyway? Oh, probably this Trapper's Hood with ranged vigor. That would do it. And then he gets the pursuit from his fireworks. So plus ranged, more damage for ranged, more damage for ranged. Good times. I was using this for my skill setup for him. I probably should have put some points in here and here to help deal with commanders with evasion and bringing that evasion down a little bit quicker. And I will think about doing that going forward. Also, I had 7 more points to go if I had leveled them to 50, so there's that as well. And there's Gandalf. I just used him for tiling. Pretty basic. No surprises. Same thing. Dwalin just was used for tiling early game. Never even got most of his gear to 100, or I ripped whatever I was using that him off. Yeah, just experimenting around with this. I think I used him for some sieging at some point earlier in the season. And that's about it. Those are my commanders. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Ha. Oops. Got too many commanders here. Oh, what happened? Oh, surprise, surprise. Wow. I assume it's from the Discord. Yeah, he only did 160,000 damage. 205, I blew myself up. That's hilarious, dude. Good times, my friends. Well, that concludes this recap of my ninth season of Lord of the Rings: Rise to War. It was a great season. Had a lot of fun. It was an interesting season. It was my first season with Yadu. Really love this team. Love all the people on it, top to bottom. Had a great season. Thank you guys for putting up with my insane shenanigans and allowing me to kind of do my thing. I love putting in a lot of work into this game. It's a fun game. All the things, both within the game and outside of the game. Um, and for all your support, shout outs for Pure Hate, good old F Huck. Siri, Detrope, Isildur's Herb, Weps, Mandingo. Who am I missing? I gotta be missing somebody from this insanely amazing leadership team. Oh, uh, I called him Poet before and he got a good laugh out of it. Poo? I don't know. You silly French guy. You gotta tell me how to pronounce your name properly. If it's not Poet, I'll call you Poet. I think you liked being called the Poet. Again, thank you all so much for taking the time to watch this and any of my videos. I appreciate it. Leave a like, comment, subscribe, all that fun stuff. If you have any questions, hit me up. I'm around via Discord in game whenever. We're heading to Bag End in just about an hour, wrapping up this season. Super awesome season. Season 9, Rebuilding Glory, Lord of the Rings: Rise to War. This is a fake number. I got some more prestige today, just dueling. But it's still fun to look at. It's all fun. It's a fun game. I hope that the devs aren't taking a nap because there's so much they could continue doing to improve the quality of this game, the quality of life for its player base. There's a lot of things that could be done to make it even more awesome than it already is, but it is still a pretty awesome game. All right, folks, you take care. Stay well. Cheers.